Welcome to American Black Journal. I'm Stephen Henderson. We're coming to you from the Detroit Policy Conference at the Motor City Casino Hotel. This annual gathering is hosted by the Detroit Regional Chamber, and it brings together business community and political leaders to talk about making Detroit a better city. My first guest is very interested in what's being discussed right here at the conference. She is the new president of the Council of Baptist Pastors of Detroit and Vicinity. I'd like to welcome Reverend Dee Dee Coleman to American Black Journal.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, first African-American female president of the Council of Baptist Pastors. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
To get to this milestone.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's been since 52 years.
Wow.
To get to this particular point.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's also glorious.
Right.
Yes.
So talk about what the milestone means in terms of what the leadership that you're going to bring to the organization might mean.
The milestone means that we are all inclusive of gender in the Council of Baptist Pastors of Detroit and Vicinity. Around the early 2000s, the council decided under the leadership of President then, E.L. Branch, to vote for the right of women to come into the council, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And we've been working ever since. In the early years with women in the council, it was quite a challenge.
Yeah, I would imagine.
There were different personalities, but my job was to be quiet and listen and learn.
And then wait in the wings for your turn.
And wait in the wings. It was a long time to get to this particular point.
Yeah.
And you want to be right.
Yeah. Right.
So in leadership and being groomed by all of the presidents, I became the assistant secretary, secretary, second vice president, first vice president, and all of them were 3-year tenures.
Yes, okay.
And now voted uncontested to the presidency.
Yeah. One of the things I always like to note with milestones like this is it's men. I mean, the majority of the people who voted to make this happen are men.
Yes.
And that always is sort of the way that the group that's left out ultimately takes its place at the fore, but they do it with the help of the majority.
Exactly. And when I thought about the election and the outcome of the election, and basically 99.9% all men, it was truly based upon being able to work, do the job, prove yourself, and stay out of conflict in ministry against the struggle of female ministers, and that wasn't my place to do that.
What is the struggle of female ministers in the council now? I mean, or even Detroit more generally?
We do not have a struggle in the council on that particular issue. That was settled years ago. Now, the struggle is to always be able to produce what you say you are going to do.
I see,
So that is our struggle, and I believe it has been the struggle of the council since
for a long time.
For a long time, for a long time.
Let's talk about what your priority list looks like for the council while you're president.
The first thing is the drainage issue with the water.
In the news now, as I've started to see some coverage of this.
Exactly. We had a major press conference this week that has generated more concern about what would happen to churches. We are now on the verge of being charged $750 per acre per month. On the water issue, and we're working closely with the mayor, trying to resolve this particular issue. And feelings are high because it is the church.
And a lot of churches, that's the difference between keeping your doors open maybe and
exactly. $750 per acre per month will definitely close down some churches. And those churches have already made their appeal to the council. With the body that we have, all churches, pastors are really afraid of what could happen. And there's so much work that's being done to try and resolve the issue. But you know, as with anything else in the city of Detroit, you've got to push your way through.
Sure, right. You got to stand up and fight for yourself.
You've got to stand up and fight, and that's what we intend to do, and that's what we're doing. And I'm happy to say that the council is in the forefront of working along with an ecumenical interfaith group. We had over 300 pastors of every ecumenical denomination on this past week. And it is our hope and our prayer that through that discussion that the mayor has really bent an ear to us, and we're looking for him to respond and get our support.
Are you looking for him to excuse churches from this fee altogether, or is there another kind of compromise that can be worked out?
And I think that's the misconception, that the churches do not want to pay their fare, but we do. We want it to be an equal access of payment for everybody across the board. With the water agreement with the authority, there's a clause common to all. And that common to all means everybody should pay for drainage fees, and not just leave Detroit with the whole load of carrying this unfair fee that is coming up on us, because this fee feels like a tax to us. It's across the board for everybody. So it's not like it's a fee specifically for you and you pay your fee based upon what you use. What they are doing is giving us a fee for the rainwater to fall on our roof, fall on our ground, and go into drainage.
And go into the sewer,
And go into the sewer. This is ridiculous. So we are asking for the mayor to work along with us.
That issue reminds me of some of the other kinds of things that the council has worked on in the past. This idea of how you survive Detroit, right?
Exactly.
And you guys deal with your congregations, make up a lot of those folks in Detroit who have a hard time, who can't always make ends meet, who can't always get all the bills paid. And that's still a problem today, as much as it was 20 years ago.
It's still a problem today, and if you have individuals, a great number of the citizens of Detroit, already on a water plan to put this tax on them and go and increase. And what people don't understand is that the individuals who live in our communities pay for the water bill of the church. So their tax double.
It will go to them.
It will go to that. And we need to help and lift up a voice to better our community, fight for the community as large, because the church is not in it by themselves.
What are some of the other issues you see the council focusing on in the next couple of years? It's an election year in Detroit. I know the council's always played an interesting role in all of that, right?
We're focused on education. We're focused on education, having 25 schools plus more to close next year, to maybe close. And we have centered our educational committee in zooming in the cracks and the crevices of what is getting ready to happen. And the mere thought of busing our children to other communities for education is ridiculous, when all of the system, I understand, in Michigan is now suffering from latest reports.
Where are they going to go that's going to be any better?
Where they're going to go. And we need to look at ways to keep those schools open and provide the kind of services that they need.
One of the things I always say, we've got only a minute left, but one of the things I always say about schools is that they are based in communities. And if you take the school out, you hurt the community. That means the church, a lot of the churches in the council are based in communities that have a school as sort of the center.
And let me say that this is about land for me. This is about preserving the land in the city of Detroit, and those who own the land, that they will maintain it for Detroit. And every time we turn around, it's something different that attacks the land. When you start talking about vacant school buildings, that we have to pay in the thousands of dollars just to maintain a vacant building.
Keep them from falling down.
Exactly. So the aim of the council, and what I will be trying to do, is to have a voice for the community, to make sure that our pastors are healthy, that they're nurtured, that they are equipped to fight this fight. And we must continue to hold up the banner for Detroit. And that's what this is all about.
Okay, Dee Dee Coleman, first female president of the Council of Baptist Pastors. Thank you for being here.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much.